Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told out of Voice of Radio, so today we need to have a little bit of a chat about Shrouded Fable. Because the complete set list has gone and been published, and we can now talk about every card. And because it's not a set that's got like 400 cards in, we can actually have a look at the full set list in a way that we can't with every set. Although this video is going to take ages to edit, so, tell your friends, watch it a couple times, go on, why not? Starting off, we've got the Joltik and Galvantula line. Galvantula does do extra damage to Pokemon with an ability. I don't think it's great. We've got the Decidueye line, which can do 170 for a single energy on a stage 2. Keep an eye on it. We've got Tapu Bulu that does do big damage, but it is pretty expensive. We've got the Houndoom line, which I'm going to be honest with you, it's not very good. We've got Iron Moth, which I really like because it can give you immunity against ancient Pokemon. Keep an eye on this one, it could come up in the future. We've got the Kingdra EX line, and when that says put 3 water Pokemon from your discard pile onto your bench, they do not have to be basics. We've got a Water Weavile line that does automatic paralysis if you discard 2 energy from it. So all I'm saying is, maybe you just keep piling energy on and paralyzing. We've got the Revavroom line, which are actually different typings because it's a Terra, but we'll put them both here. I like the fact that we can do 140 for a single metal energy on a lightning Pokemon. Don't like the second attack, do like this. We've got the Hypno line that ends your opponent's turn if they attach an energy from their hand to the defending Pokemon, but they're blatantly just going to attack somewhere else. We've got the Dusknoir line, which is absolutely busted. Dusclops drops 5 damage counters, Dusknoir drops 13, and they have to be onto the same Pokemon, and then you KO yourself. But we've got enough cards at the moment that take advantage of being behind on prizes or giving up prizes that this is absolutely fine. Busted card, going to see a huge amount of play. Cresselia does 160 if you turn a prize card face up. It's not good. Now, we've got Eevee, and we've got Sylveon, and for some reason that's the only one we've got. Not 100% sure why. The Sylveon itself does let you get rid of an opponent's bench Pokemon on a coin flip, but it's not good enough. We've got Toxicroak that does 180 to an evolution Pokemon. It's quite expensive and not a key number. We've got Blood Moon Ursaluna that when you bench it, you can attach 2 extra energy to it. This one is great. Plus 3 energy, 100, plus 30 more for each damage counter on the opponent's active. This one I think is underrated right now and is going to be awesome. We've got Sliverwing that does 140 if your opponent has any future Pokemon in play. Doesn't have to be against a future Pokemon, they just have to have one in play. We've got the Crobat line that if you play Janine's Secret Art during your turn, you can draw till you've got 8 cards in your hand. Decent draw engine, but on a stage 2, probably not going to work. We've got Absol that does 70 damage if you've got 3 Darkness Energy in play. Not on Absol, just in play. Sneaky good for taking out support and evolution Pokemon. We've got the Zoroark line. 2 energy, 60 damage for each of your opponent's Pokemon EX and Pokemon V in play. This is my jam. This is my personal favourite card from the set. This is the one that I want to play around with. Malamar for a single energy lets you switch one of your opponent's bench while they're active and do 120, just so long as you've played Zerosix Machinations during this turn, which kind of ruins it. Eviltail will for a single energy put 2 damage counters on each of your opponent's Pokemon that has any damage counters on it. It's alright. It's not stunning, but it's alright. We've got Okidogi. Now, I thought this was going to be busted. 3 energy, 260 if you're poison, but we'll see some tricks in a minute which make this better, but nope. It's not seeing any real play or success in Japan. It is underwhelming. We've got Monkey Dory with the phenomenally named ability, Oh No You Don't, which says that you only take 1 prize if you KO it. Actually see some play just because it's got good stats for what is essentially a single prizer. And Pheasant Dipty continues and finishes off the Loyal Free with the redonkulous Flip the Script ability. This is the best card in the set. If a Pokemon was KO'd during your opponent's last turn, you draw 3 cards. It's busted, it is the best card in the set. Petulant is pretty good though. Lets you switch one of your bench darkness Pokemon other than Petulant where you're active, and then you do get poisoned, but it's free switching. And like we saw with Okidogi, you don't mind being poisoned. And then 2 energy, 60 for each prize card your opponent has taken, is none too shabby. Genesect, if you've got a tool attached to it, your opponent can't play Ace-Specs from their hand. That's really good. We've got the Copperajah line that stops your opponent playing Stadiums, or 4 energy, 230. Love it, but it is quite expensive. We've got the Haxorus line, single energy, instant KO on a Pokemon with special energy attached. Actually, it's not going to see much play by itself, but in Regidrago decks, it is legit. We've got Kyurem, which is the second best Pokemon in the set behind Fezandipiti. 5 energy, discard it all, deal 110 to 3 of your opponent's Pokemon. But if your opponent's got a card with Chorus in its name, in the discard pile, it's a single colourless energy. It's really good, and it's also going to see play in Regidrago. We have a Persian line, flip 3 coins, 50 for each heads. It's not good. We got a Furfrou, which 30 and attached energy from discard pile to one of your bench. It's probably not good. We got a Beware line. It's not good, but oh my word, I adore the art on this Beware. Beware's my boy. Now, moving into trainer cards, we've got Academy at Night, lets you put a card from your hand on top of your deck. There are some fun combos to be made with this. Binding Mochi, that if you're poisoned, does an extra 40 damage. We've seen there are some poison tricks in this set. Cassiopeia, that searches any 2 cards, phenomenal. If it's the last card in your hand, still really good, but you've got to, play it properly and make sure that you're being able to empty out your hand. Chorus's Tenacity searches for a Stadium and an energy, which is really good, but Kyurem makes it very risky to play. Dangerous Laser is a bad Ace-Spec that is Burn and Confusion. I'm sorry, it's not good. Janine's Secret Art attaches 1 Darkness energy from your deck to each of 2 Darkness Pokemon, and if you attach your active, they're poisoned. Great. Neutralization Zone is the only good Ace-Spec in the set. Stops non-rulebox Pokemon being damaged by EXs and Vs. Does see a bit of play here and there, is a decent card. Night Stretcher puts a Pokemon or basic energy from your discard pile into your hand. It's great, it's going to see play. And Pokevitale is another underwhelming Ace-Spec that heals 150 and for some reason can't be recovered from the discard pile even though it's not good. To be fair, neither can Neutralization Zone, but at least that's good. And then Power Hourglass has just been named Power Glass in English, which I appreciate very much. At the end of your turn, if it's attached to your active Pokemon, you attach a basic energy from your discard pile. Really good card, gonna see play. And then the final regular card in the set is Xerosic Machinations. Makes your opponent discard cards from their hand until they've got 3 remaining. Control decks are going to love it. And then I kind of told you what all the secret rares are going to be, but now we got clear scans of them, so let's run through them nicely here. In terms of illustration rares, we've got Tapu Bulu, we've got Houndoom, canonically chasing a Heracross, we've got Horsey, we've got the full evolution line of Duskull, Dusclops, and Dusknoir drawn by James Turner. These are phenomenal and I love them. We've got Cresselia. Monkey Dory by T-Zero is the second best among them and I will not be swayed. Great card. Remember, the Loyal 3 were actually cut from Twilight Masquerade. They should have been in there. They were cut to be moved into this set. I've been waiting for the Monkey Dory. It is phenomenal. Fezandipiti and Okidogi round out the Loyal 3. They're not as good as Monkey Dory, but I do like the Okidogi by Igawa. Zorua is a stunning piece of artwork. I adore it. Cufant is adorable. We've got Fraxia just kind of sitting there. The Take artwork there is just lovely. We got Persian looking out over the city. And Beware is the actual best of the illustration rares. Look how cool my boy is. In terms of full arts here, we've got all the EXs. So we've got Kingdra. We've got Revavroom. We've got Okidogi, Monkey Dory, and Fezandipiti, all of the Loyal 3, and then obviously Petulant. In terms of full art supporters, we've got Cassiopeia, Chorus's Tenacity, Janine's Secret Art, and Xerosic Machinations, as we might expect. Moving into special illustration rares, we've got the Loyal 3, Okidogi, Monkey Dory, and Fezandipiti. These are lovely. I really want the 3 of them. They're amazing. And then we got Petra EX, which I don't like as much, but it's still a special illustration rare. In terms of supporter cards, it's just Cassiopeia. That's the only supporter that gets a special illustration rare, but it is still a beautiful piece of artwork, so, you know, that's pretty awesome. This is probably going to be the big card in the set. In terms of gold cards, we've got Petrarunt, we've got Earthen Vessel, and we've got Power Glass. And I told you that there were 2 gold cards that were missing. I predicted they were going to be Darkness and Metal Energy, and they are. Wasn't some huge prediction, don't get me wrong. They were the only gold cards that had been released in a Japanese set recently and not made their way over here. But it's still nice to have it confirmed that they are the ones in the set. So there we go. Every single card from Shrouded Fable, the entire set list, because, I mean, when there's like 300 cards in a set, a video like this isn't really feasible. When there's 99, yeah, you know what? We can do that. And we have. So now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about all of these. Tell me what your chase cards are in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, and all kinds of fun things. And of course, get shoutouts on the channel like the lovely Uncle Poker Peter, who's been a supporter of ours for a while now and is a very lovely person. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.